Cheers, Dad. Evening, Salisbury. How are we? Having a good time? Great to be here, guys. Absolutely fantastic to be here. As he said, my name is Archie Brettle, and I am a business development and marketing consultant. Always gets a woo and always surprises me. It makes me wonder what you guys do for a living. But for those of you in the audience that don't know what that means, in essence, I just make stuff sound good so that you will either sign up to or buy it, right? So, to give you an example, the military has recently come out with a request for campaign ideas to get the youth to sign up, because they're just too busy playing COD, which is Street for Call of Duty, for those of you in the audience. So I've come up with a new campaign slogan. Would you guys like to hear it?
Yeah!
Nothing beats a jet to deployment. And right now, we're offering £50 per confirmed kill. That's £200 for a family of 4. I haven't heard back, but I'm pretty optimistic. As well as that, I also keep my eye on kind of marketing things going on in the world. Have you guys seen these new AI robots that you can buy from home? Anyone seen those? Nobody? Well, this won't land with you at all then. But it's new material and I'm testing it. And I haven't got anything else. So in essence, these robots, right, they're $20,000, right? And they are designed to take away the boring and mundane tasks of your life so that you can focus on what matters. Now, to me, that just sounds like modern day slavery, all right? We've just replaced slaves after 150 years with robots, okay? And they're not even trying to hide it, because at the peak of the American slave trade, a slave cost you $800. Now, if you scale for inflation, that's $20,000. Like, on the fucking nose. They're not even trying to hide it. And what makes things worse is that they come in 3 colours. Now, you can hazard what colours they might be, but I'm going to tell you. They come in white, cream, and black. They're really not trying to hide it. And now, I don't know what's more racist, okay? To not buy the black one, or to buy the black one. So I'm going to cut my losses. I'm going to buy all 3. And that way, I've got one to do my homework, one to do my taxes, and one to tend to my garden. And now if you've racially profiled these robots, you are the problem. There's going to be no discrimination in my household. And just a slight tangent. Have you guys heard that there's a slur for robots? Clanker. Clanker is the slur for robots. So you can take that home and shout it at your smart fridge. Great. Well, I'm not being casually racist about robots. I like to do research. And as a man that kind of likes ladies, I recently did some research on what women find most attractive in order to become more attracted to the opposite sex. And I came across a poll that showed that reading was the most attractive quality that a man can have, right? Now, ladies, I think we can set our standards a little bit higher. If you're impressed by a man's ability to read, maybe have a little look in the mirror. But I jumped on this opportunity and I took up performative reading. Anybody know what performative reading is? I'll fill you all in. So what you do is you grab yourself a book, okay, and you head down to your local spot. It could be a library, it could be a park. I like cafes, all right? They're my hunting ground of choice, okay? And you walk up to the cafe with your book, you take a seat, and you're reading it, and you're peeking up above it every 5 minutes, like a schizophrenic virgin, trying to get laid for the first time, just hoping there's a poor girl with low enough standards to find your reading ability attractive. Okay? And on this one particular day, this gorgeous woman walks into the cafe, right? She walks up to the bar, and she orders herself an iced vanilla coconut matcha. Now, has anyone ever tried a matcha before? Okay. You're not going to get this bit either. But trust me when I say that they taste like ass. Genuinely terrible, right? And I've tried both. And I prefer ass, you know? Both of them quite earthy in nature. But ass has just got this je ne sais quoi about it. They can't be beaten, frankly. You can't beat them. So she grabs a drink, heads back to her table, sits down, catches my eye, and she giggles at me. I'm like, fucking hell, this reading shit really works. I think I'm onto something. And before I can even plot my next move, she gets up and approaches me. It's a big cafe. And she walks right up to my table and whispers in my ear, "Your colouring book's upside down." But when I'm not colouring in my favourite dinosaurs in Costa, I think about other things. And quite recently, I've been thinking about eggs. Now, this is the part of the night where I'm testing new material. So we'll see how it goes, alright? And I think there's a joke in here. Or at least the shell of one. It's okay, guys. I've only got about half a dozen left. They're all going to be terrible, okay? But you sit there, and I'll lay them out for you. Honestly, most of them are groaners, and that makes me happy. Caviar. Really small, but really expensive eggs. Seems fishy. But did you know that you're not meant to eat caviar with a silver spoon because it affects the taste? Which I think is quite ironic, because the only people that eat caviar were born with one. Yeah, but you're actually meant to eat caviar with a gold, mother of pearl, or bone spoon. Not a joke, just boring. I thought I'd share. Quail eggs! What's the fucking point in them? Just have a mini egg. You crack 20 quail eggs into a pan, you've got about as much biomass as a chicken egg. Speaking of chicken eggs, they make me racist. I hate the white ones because they've got really fragile shells. Has anyone else noticed this? Like, you crack a white egg on the side of the pan, and it just explodes. Then you've got half an egg in your pan covered in shell, and then the other half is just baking itself to the hob, and you know it's going to be a nightmare to clean off. I hate the white ones. But the brown ones, they're made of something stronger. Try to crack one of those inside a pan, you dent your pan. I had to use a jackhammer to get into one the other day. I was making an omelette, it took me 4 hours. Bit like you're cooking. Yeah. Are you terrible at cooking? Yeah. Do you know what I mean about the white eggs being fragile? Yeah. See, why didn't you laugh? You left me here. Hello. You left me here. I could have tried harder. Sorry, Dad. Both my dads are here. Where was I? Oh yeah, so I know what you're thinking though. It's not about what they look like on the outside, because they're all the same colour on the inside. And that is fucking bollocks. Because you crack open an egg that's got a really pale yolk inside, it's just all egg white, which is useless, unless you make a meringue. Whereas you crack open an egg and it's got a really beautiful golden brown yolk, you're like, oh, that's a good egg. I don't know where I'm really going with this. But I suppose the lesson here is to buy organic. Oh, it's new material, alright? My mate came here the other day with a tray of large white eggs, which got my back up. And I went, whoa, are they goose? And he said, no, duck, and threw one at me. I picked one up to throw back at him and he ran away. Fucking chicken.
No.
I'm having fun. That's what really matters. And I'll leave you on this. Ostrich eggs. Massive egg. Intimidating egg. That would hurt, wouldn't it? Hell of a dippy egg, an ostrich egg. Think about it. You know? You need to boil it in a bath. And then you can just grab yourself a whole baguette and just go to town. All right.